Welcome back to Grizz Vision on GoldenGrizzlies.com. We're here with Coach Pete Hovland after today's meet with Michigan State. The men were victorious, but the women fell short. Coach, it's always a big meet with Michigan State. Share some of the highlights.
Yeah, it is. It's a big weekend. It's a time of the year where you want to be swimming good competition, where you'd like to have, I don't know if you want to call it a rivalry, but obviously in state, we know each other well. The teams kind of shadow each other a little bit, parallel each other. A lot of quality athletes on both sides. So it was a good matchup for us today, and we were, again, senior day. Saying goodbye to our seniors, so there was a lot of enthusiasm in the air. A lot of people coming back to watch their kids swim, maybe here at home for the last time. So festive atmosphere. In years past, it always coincided with homecoming. Not this year, obviously, with the move to the fall, but still, I think you still had that same sense and that same feel that it was kind of a homecoming type weekend. And I think our kids, for the most part, rose to the occasion and swam real well. And as a coaching staff, we come to expect that. A little shorthanded on the women's side with Tricia Grant in diving, not being able to compete today, and then Patricia Oskan, freshman of the year last year, that came down sick with the flu a couple of days ago and just way too weak to swim today. She tried it in the first event in the relay, but just couldn't go. So in a meet like this, something like that can make a big difference, but not to take anything away from Michigan State. They swam very well. And then on the guys' side, we did what we needed to do when we needed to do it, and another close meet all the way down to the wire. We didn't have to win the 400 free relay this time because it's good because they touched us out by a tenth of a second or less, or whatever it was, but still were able to come out with the victory. So it says a lot about the kids.
You talked about some student athletes that were kind of hindered, but I'm sure there were some that stepped up today. Who were some surprises for you?
Oh well, we're as you know, we came back from Florida and we were very, very sick for a period of time, and most of the kids are rebounding from that. We still have a few that are that didn't get sick in the first round are starting to get sick now, but tis the season. This time of year when everybody's real worn down, they're susceptible, and with the weather change, being in Florida for a couple of weeks for training camp, and then coming back to this, it makes it a little bit more difficult. But there were a lot. I was, some of our top swimmers really rose to the occasion today. Jordan Merrill's on the men's side, and Thomas Kiwi Leoma, and then on John Schill, a freshman, stepping up in the breaststrokes like he did to beat a very, very talented young man in Alec Kent at Michigan State, and that's why we recruited John, because this is what we thought we were going to get, and he's really starting to come along and starting to come into his own and starting to gain some confidence. And it was nice to see on the women's side Nikki swims so well, she always does. It was nice to see Holly Morin rebound after being so sick the previous week and a half. So a lot of good swims on both sides, and then freshmen winning the diving for us, Sterling Fordham and stuff. Big surprise, winning one of the boards. So that bodes really well for us as we move forward. So no one person, it's a team effort in a situation like this, and it goes down to a wire like this, and a lot of people had to step up, and they did so, and we're pretty pleased with that.
You mentioned it was senior day. It's one of those bittersweet things, but also a celebration. Yeah. Just share some of your memories of this year's senior class. Yeah,
and you touched on it. Yeah, definitely bittersweet for sure. And yes, and I think the best way is celebration. You want to see them. You're so grateful for them. The fact that they've stuck it out for 4 years. They put in the time, the effort, and the energy, and they've helped the program continue to grow and represent the athletic department and the university so well. And they're just wonderful people. You get to know them so well in a sport like ours. You spend so much time together, and the highs and the lows. And this was definitely one of the highs today. And it is tough saying goodbye to them, but we've got a month left. And but to see them, what they've accomplished to this point, and then to know what they're going to do once they leave here and how well prepared they're going to be and what such wonderful people they're going to be. They're really going to contribute wherever they go and whatever they decide to do, and I'm really, really proud of that. And I know in the 13 people we say goodbye to today, they're just, all of them are really outstanding, and they're just going to be wonderful contributors, like I said, in whatever they decide to do and wherever they decide to go, and hopefully they'll come back and see us and continue to be a part of our program, because that's the foundation and the culture of our team that continues to grow and that we continue to try to encourage.
Great. Thanks for your time, Coach.
My pleasure.